Hi everyone, this is Rebecca. I just wanted to welcome everyone to the Peer and Family Support Programs Locating Resources for Your Peers webinar. This webinar is part of our Community of Practice initiative, which is our continuing education initiative for all of our certified mentors. Today you're going to be learning all about the resources, services, and materials that we have available here at the Paralysis Resource Center. We're going to put a special emphasis on how you can use the resources that we have here to better assist your peers and to support your mentoring. In addition, if you yourself would like to take advantage of any of the materials or services that we offer, please, we greatly encourage you to do that as well. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for taking the time to join us. We really appreciate you attending this webinar, and just to let you know, we just really do appreciate all that you do for your peers as well. So I'm going to hand the webinar off to my colleagues Jennifer and Patricia, and they will be your presenters for today.
Hello everyone, my name is Patricia Correa. I'm an information specialist and a translator with the Reeve Foundation.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Hatfield. I am also an information specialist with the Reeve Foundation. I have been an information specialist with the Reeve Foundation since about 2004, and we are basically on the front lines of all the phone calls that the Reeve Foundation gets, and we're also one of the main sources for a lot of your peer referrals. So now I'm going to go over the agenda for today, and it's going to be an introduction to the Paralysis Resource Center, an information specialist team overview, resources and materials available through the Paralysis Resource Center, Reeve Foundation website resources, and we also at the end will take any questions that you might have. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and let you guys know about the Paralysis Resource Center. So in 2002, the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation Paralysis Resource Center opened its doors to promote the health, independence, and well-being of individuals living with paralysis by providing free, comprehensive resources, educational, and referral services, as well as peer mentoring programs. Information Specialist Team Overview. So the Information Specialist role is to provide information and referral to people living with paralysis as they move through the various stages of their injury or their life. We assist family members and caregivers as well as professionals that serve the paralysis community. Answer questions about living with paralysis and help individuals locate their needed resources. We also assist peer mentors by mailing materials to the peers and performing joint phone calls with the peers as well. Providing assistance on all aspects of life with paralysis, such as driving, funding, traveling, home modifications, and a lot of the secondary conditions of paralysis, such as bladder, skin care, and autonomic dysreflexia, which to name a few. Information specialists maintain their AIRS, Alliance of Information and Referral Systems certification, with continuing education in the field of information and referral. As an information specialist, we also attend several AIRS webinars throughout the year, as well as the annual conference that they have for AIRS. So some of the common questions that we get as information specialists, the number one question we probably get is, how can I get funding for? And that's commonly, we answer that with a Grants for Individuals fact sheet that we can send to people that will give them a list of places that they can go to get information on some funding sources. I have a newly injured family member. How do I choose a rehabilitation center for them? What we do is with the new injuries, we send something called a new injury packet that has a lot of good information on recent spinal cord injury, as well as helpful checklists that we can use to choose a rehabilitation center and just provide an overview of the rehabilitation process. What do I need to do to start driving again after my injury is another common question. My son is being released from rehab and he is not ready to go home yet. Is there anything we can do to delay his discharge? With these kinds of questions, we try to emphasize insurance appeals to make sure we can try to lengthen the stay as much as possible. How can I find accessible public transportation? I am a caregiver. Can I get someone to help me with caregiving for my loved one? Another common question we get is, how do I know if I have autonomic dysreflexia? And autonomic dysreflexia is very common in injuries above T6. And what we do have is a helpful fact sheet that we can send to people, along with these wallet cards that you can put in your wallet so that you can carry them with you and put information on medications and any baseline blood pressure you can put in there so healthcare professionals are aware of it. Can I get paid for being a family caregiver is another question. And how can I sign up for your Big Idea epidural stimulation study at the University of Louisville? And we have a great website called reevebigidea.org, which will go over places you can go to register for that. Okay. Another part is how to contact an information specialist. There's three common ways to contact an information specialist. The first thing you can do is set up an appointment or ask a question online. You can also call our 800 number, 1-800-539-7309, and ask to speak to an information specialist. We also have translation of services available in over 150 languages, so people can use a translating service. Another option is emailing us at info@christopherreeve.org. So those are the three common ways that you can reach us. Our inquiry process is basically in three parts. You can ask a question online form, phone call, or email. An information specialist will listen to your concerns and will gather pertinent information, such as location, email address, information about your form of paralysis, and demographic information. The information specialist will research based on your concerns, location, available resources, language, and preferences. You will receive a customized answer and resources either by email as well as regular mail. So that goes over the inquiry process. And this is basically, this chart kind of goes over all of the forms of paralysis that we address, and there's quite a few. So some of the main ones that we do is obviously spinal cord injury, transverse myelitis, stroke, ALS, brain injury, cerebral palsy, as well as multiple sclerosis, just to name a few of the common forms of paralysis we address.
Thank you, Jen. This is Patricia again. So now that you know a little bit about the process that the information specialists do and how you can receive these type of services through us, I'm going to talk to you about some of the resources and materials that are available through the Paralysis Resource Center. Most of these you'll be able to find either by contacting us, the information specialist, or going online and doing it yourself. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is the Newly Injured Package. This is a great service that we provide to people who have been recently injured or diagnosed with paralysis. As you can see in this package that can be both in print, as it is right now, or online, it's great for peers who are newly injured and their family members. It's going to include several key information such as our fractional rehabilitation, information on insurance, how to live with spinal cord injury. Is going to have several of our brochures and booklets, including our Paralysis Resource Center booklets, such as bladder, bowel, skincare spasticity. We also send information tailored for the person's level of injury, and we'll send you resources for your home state. So these are really great things to have. The other service that we provide that may also interest you is specific to caregivers. Our caregivers are very important to the paralysis community, and the people at the Paralysis Resource Center provide resources and materials such as we have forums, we have fact sheets that address the special needs of caregivers. If you are a family member, a caregiver, mentor yourself, you could always use these resources to supplement your mentoring when talking to other caregivers. And things like our support and resources, we provide advocacy and information on respite, are all available through the information specialist or visiting our website. We also provide a host of great publications. All of them are very easy for people who live with spinal cord injury, paralysis, or their caregivers to access. Our most popular one is the Paralysis Resource Guide, which is in its 4th edition. We just came out with it this year, and it's a really great book. It's very highly regarded, and it's used in many universities as a standard textbook. This is a guidebook for living healthy, active, and independent lives with paralysis. It will cover all topics of paralysis. So if you have questions about your health management, wellness, if you want to learn more about adaptive sports or what are the latest tools and technology, this is the book to go to. And it's very, very highly recommended. We currently have it in about 11 languages as a download and in print both in Spanish and English. Another book that is really great and I highly recommend as well is the Don't Call It a Miracle book. It was written by a spouse of a person living with spinal cord injury, and it talks about all the process of the central nervous system and the research looking for a cure for paralysis. It is written in a non-scientific way, so it's very easy to read, and it has lots of really cool graphics that will allow you to understand what the research history has been so far. The other section is wallet cards. Our emergency wallet cards are great tools that providing vital information about secondary conditions that affect people living with paralysis. You can use these cards if your medical professionals or even the EMTs, if you're having a medical emergency, don't know how to provide the best treatment. Our wallet cards are available for autonomic dysreflexia, sepsis, and deep vein thrombosis. It provides information about the condition. It also has information on, as I mentioned, how to treat this condition for professionals, and you can put your baseline information on the back. The other section, fact sheets, provide information and resources on a vast array of paralysis topics. So if you have a question, a fact sheet probably will answer it. We have information on skin management, insurance appeals, Medicare, Medicaid. We have state fact sheets with resources specific to your state, country fact sheets. I mean, they really work the whole host of topics of paralysis. They will take an in-depth look, and they have outside sources as well that can help you understand more of the specific topic that you may be looking for. Finally, our booklets are one of our latest initiatives, and currently we have them on bladder, bowel, pressure injury, and spasticity. Also, we have one about knowing your rights as a parent living with a disability. These materials are all free of charge, and they can provide you great detailed information about how to live with paralysis. They are great for your peers if they're especially new to any of these topics, and really can help them understand them in a very friendly way. All of these materials are available both online, and also you can contact the information specialist, and they'll be happy to get them out to you as well. One of our special programs is the Military and Veteran Program, which provides support and information to all military service members. It doesn't, the injury or paralysis does not have to be related to the military service that you did, and it doesn't matter at what period you served in. We help every person who has a military background or is a veteran. This program guides service members through the military and veteran healthcare system. We conduct outreach to different military treatment facilities and VA medical centers so that people are aware of this special program. And we have an advisory council composed of volunteers. Many of our peer mentors also are part of the MVP program. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what are the resources that you can access yourself by going through our website. Obviously, first of all, you should always know these, www.christopherreeve.org. That's the name of our website, and you can see right there is our homepage. The Reeve website is designed to be user and mobile friendly and enables visitors to quickly find information, resources, and support. You can contact us, the information specialist, and we're happy to help you navigate through this website. And once you get a little bit familiar with it, it will be very easy to order or download any of the materials or access all the services that I have spoken to you about. So if you want to contact us, if you see on the top center of the website right there, there's a button that says Ask Us Anything. That's how you get directly to the information specialist. You can contact us via phone if you'd rather to. Our phone number is right there. You can schedule a call so that we can call you whenever it's convenient for you, or you can just send us a question and we will contact you back with the answer. So if you choose to send us a question, you can see right there that you will have a space to put the questions, concerns, or needs that you may have. It's a very easy, friendly form, so you shouldn't have any problems with it. As I mentioned, all the services that I have talked before, the fact sheets, the research book, the wallet card, and the paralysis resource guide can be found under that address, www.christopherreeve.org/paralysis. You can just click on those buttons and you'll be able to order the books. For example, for the paralysis resource guide, here is the page and the link up there for how to get to it. You can download them in several formats. You can do it through iTunes, Amazon. It even has a PDF version. You can request a hard copy either in English or Spanish. If you click on the wallet cards, you will see that they are both downloadable as PDF, or we will mail them out. If you want your peers to have them, you can put their information there and we'll mail them directly to them as well. And we have them in several languages, including Spanish, Arabic, Hindi, French, German, Vietnamese, and I can keep going. We have tons of them. So if any of you need them in a different language, we're happy to translate them for you. This is the page for our fact sheets. Note the link up there. It's very important, and this is where you're going to find all those great documents we spoke about, whether you want them in Spanish. If you want topical, will be things like bladder, insurance, anything really. The state fact sheets are going to be the ones where you will find all the information and resources on your state, and international, the same thing but for different countries. We also have this great resource under www.christopherreeve.org/resources. It's our online resource map, and it's a great tool for locating resources for your peers who may not live in your area. You simply grab your peer zip code, put it in that little search bar right there, and it will show you all the disability organizations in his or her community. You can sort this list by category. For example, if you're looking for advocacy, if you're looking for fitness, or if you're looking for rehabilitation, and it will show you those specific tags. By clicking on the marker on the map, it's going to take you to the listing for that organization. So all you have to do is just click on it, and it'll give you all the information, and you can send it to your peer. Also, we have this great feature. It's a blog and also a monthly chat with a certified nurse. Nurse Linda has been with us for a long time. She's a teacher and a provider of rehabilitation nursing, and she's been doing that for about 30 years. She's live in the online community every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you have any questions, you can send them to her, and she's always happy to answer them. Her blog talks about all topics of paralysis, and they're really great, easy to read, and have great advice. Also, she hosts a live website every fourth Wednesday of the month. So if you want to chat with her and get your questions answered, that is a great resource to have, and I highly recommend you to also give it out to your peers. A lot of people are aware of that we are doing this research, the big idea, and this study explores the effects of epidural stimulation on people with spinal cord injury, and is currently taking place on the University of Louisville. If your peers or you may be interested in this research, www.reebigidea.org has all the information about it, including how to register to become a participant. You can see on that page, the red arrow shows you where the registry is. So finally, I just want to give you again all our information, just in case you have any questions. We have done a lot of, we have given you a lot of information, and you can always come back to us. This is a great thing to have also if you want to contact in behalf of your peer or give to your peer. There's our email, our phone number, and also how to contact through the peer program. Now we're going to open up the questions. Thank you so much for listening to us. If you have any questions at this point, I will ask you to use your chat feature so that we may be able to answer you. If you want us to go over something again, we'll be happy to do that as well. Okay. Do you want to take that?
So Jose had a question about getting a copy of our Paralysis Resource Guidebook, and Jose, we'd be happy to send you that. The best thing to do would just be to call our 1-800 number, 1-800-539-7309. You can ask to speak to myself. My name is Jennifer Hatfield, and what I can do is get your address and mail it to you. So I'd be happy to do that for you.
So we also have a question from Mr. Murphy. It's asking if all this information is available to anyone who wants by going directly to the website, and that is correct. You can just go ahead and go to www.christopherreeve.org, and you'll be able to access all the information we have told you. If you once you get a copy of this presentation, all the links are there. So if you thought of something that was specifically interesting to you, you can just grab that link, and you'll be able to go directly to that specific page. So, Peter, I see your question, where can we access the brochures on the website? The brochures are on the website. It's a little bit more buried than what all these other materials are. You will have to go under publications, but you can always use the search feature on our website on the very top. If you go to the main page and you see on the top right corner, there is a search feature, and you can just write bladder, bowel, skin, or spasticity, and the brochure will show up. Rural area. So Jason has a really great question. I live in a rural area and have difficulty with transportation. Do you have any ideas on how to advocate for such programs? So that is, Jason, I understand that rural areas always have limited access. We will strongly recommend you to look into our state fact sheet to see about the advocacy options and the transportation agencies in your state and in your area. Independent living centers are really great to do system advocacy, so that will be another option for you. But I highly, highly recommend you to contact us. As information specialists, we will look at your case. We will go closer to town, to your county, and give you the resources you need for this very specific topic. So please feel free to, if you want, can you put that as a question? If you go to our website, and I'm going to show it again, Ask Us Anything. And right there, you can just put the same thing that you just did right now in your chat. One of us will reach out to you to give you some great ideas and pointers on how to advocate for yourself.
Jason, I also wanted to point out that we also have a cars and driving fact sheet, which does have a lot of good transportation resources in it. So when you give us a call, we'd be happy to send that to you as well. So that might give you some additional ideas.
Okay.
Hi, David. I see your question. This is Rebecca. And just so you know, we'll reach out to you after the webinar to help you out with that. So Jose is asking that a program he found in Australia has a great resource book that deals with all questions about acquired brain injury. He's using it because it's such a great resource. It's put out by a program named Synapse, and he can get us a PDF copy if we're interested in having it and taking a look at it.
So we are always interested in learning new resources, and that will be great if you can forward it, and we'll start the process of checking that out. Thank you very much.
Does anyone else have any other questions we can answer for you? So if anyone has any questions that come up after today's webinar, please feel free to reach out to Jen or to Trish, and you can even reach out to me, and I can get you connected to them. So, sometimes questions arise after the webinar is over, so please feel free to reach out to us, and we can help you out. And I will be sending out the webinar PowerPoint following today's webinar. I may not get to it today, but hopefully by Monday we'll get this out to you so that you have all this information in written form as well. I know it was a lot to absorb. We just want to say thank you again to all of you for attending today's webinar and taking time out of your busy day. And at this point, we're going to close out the webinar. And again, thank you so much for your time. Take care, and have a good rest of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's conference call. Thank you for your participation. You may now disconnect.